Hey everybody, welcome back to Tim Travels. I hope you can hear me. I got my windows open, but I'm at my 90, so some other trucks running. Um, this video is really only about one thing, and it's about helping out a brother trucker. Um, and what I've done is I've attached a link to a TikTok that my son sent me, and it's going to be in the description, but I'll also pin a comment with it. But basically what happened is this man, kind of turning his life around using trucking, got out of prison, and you'll see it in the TikTok. But basically he was trying to buy a third truck, and he had like 39 grand in cash on him and got stopped at an airport. Now I'll tell you right now, the reason he got stopped in an airport is not like a coincidence. I guarantee it was because he had a record and they had the manifest from the plane or from the air carrier, so that's why he got stopped. But the cops stole his money, and a judge, who's also a piece of shit, upheld it. And this is a very common occurrence. These are called civil forfeitures. It's a very, very common occurrence. It happens to people that are traveling on the highways, and these, bullshit jurisdictions will just, if they find out somebody has a bunch of cash, and a lot of times people are targeted because they maybe sell stuff, and it's obvious that they're moving around selling stuff, whether it's stuff they make or they sell antiques or whatever. And these civil forfeitures happen. And, there's this maxim in the law, right? Possession is 9/10 of the law. And that's not exactly true, but it kind of applies a lot of the time. And so, I would always tell my clients, never give somebody that you got a dispute with any money thinking that you're going to resolve the dispute. Hold on to your money until there's a settlement in place. And in this case, they stole his money and basically hung getting locked up over his head. So he signed a paper and gave up the cash. And he's unsuccessfully tried to get it back so far. So what I'm hoping everybody will do is magnify this, put it on all your social media, kind of create some pressure on these chumps in Arizona. The other thing I will tell you is that if you're going to go do something like he was doing, which was go into an auction, don't take cash, okay? Take all that cash, and even if you don't have a bank account, right, go get money orders or cashier's checks. And you can get cashier's checks made out to yourself. I used to do auctions of property all the time. All these bidders would come with cashier's checks. And so this guy had, I think, 29,000 in cash. How you would do that is you would get like maybe 5 or 6 different cashier's checks, all payable to yourself. And you would divide it up like 10,000, then 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, and then maybe in increments of 100 or just 1,000 or whatever, right? So it's almost like you got money, like you got a $10,000 bill. And all you do at the auction or at the transaction is you just sign it over to them, right? You just endorse it, and it's called endorsing it in blank. And you just endorse it, and they'll take that, and then they'll just put, pay to the order of whoever, right? It's just redoing it, and they're not going to have any trouble cashing that because they're in the auction business, right? Their bank knows that. They'll just deposit it, right? They'll accept it as good funds. So don't ever carry cash. because now what's happened is they've tried to shift the burden of proof to him that the money is not ill-gotten gains. So it's kind of like guilty until you prove your innocence. So again, you know, it's bullshit. It happens. This doesn't surprise me, but if we can, let's help this guy out and amplify this as much as possible. So I got 310 followers. If you get it to 2 more people that don't subscribe to this channel, and they get it to 2 more, we can build this up. Put it on Twitter, put it on Facebook, whatever social media you use, please amplify it, and let's help this guy out. He seems like a good man. He's turned his life around. He, you know, and actually, folks, this is just another example of the criminal justice system kicking people the rest of their lives when they've done something wrong and paid their debt to society. While they're in the joint, their families are getting screwed over. It's you know, their families, their children are getting screwed over with excessive fees, and you know, you got to pay money just to communicate with a loved one. And then even when this guy gets out, he's getting screwed over by the system because he's got a record. So it's time that this shit stops, and you know, if you can help out, I would appreciate it. And we'll be talking to you soon. Bye.